Come up to the stage, another funny guy, funny gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chris McGregor. Chris McGregor.
Howdy folks, you guys been watching the news lately? You hear about Ken Lay? Yeah, let's have a moment of silence. No? Alright. Died of a heart attack a month before going to jail. Let me tell you something, people don't get that lucky. Alright? You know what happened the night before he had his heart attack? He and his wife were sitting there watching Sanford and Son. He's like, oh, there's an idea. Man, let me tell you something. He's up there in Colorado with all the other broke, soon-to-be incarcerated felons on vacation. And he fakes a heart attack? I just don't buy it. I don't think he's really dead. I think he faked the heart attack. Because you know what? There's a lot of ways to die up in Colorado. And I know the heart attack, man, those things get faked. Because you know what? Do you know how many people come back from a fatal heart attack in a soap opera? All of them. There's a guy on One Life to Live who's been dead 4 times. And they couldn't think of a better way for him to die. I mean, up there in Colorado, he could have fallen off a mountain, could have drowned in a river, could have visited Columbine High School. But oh no, they go with the heart attack. Come on, people, be creative. You want to sell us a lie? Come on. Mauled by a bear. If I would have woken up on Wednesday morning, Ken Lay was mauled by a bear yesterday while vacationing in Colorado, I would have bought that shit. Run down by a recently divorced, bankrupt former employee. Maybe a couple of them carpooled, because you know, down here in Houston, we like to run over people we don't like. But no. You know, even if the news story would have said, Ken Lay struck dead by a bolt of lightning out of a clear blue sky, I would have believed that. You know, all the Christian people would have been, they would have been like, God struck him down, he's a sinner. But no, I don't buy that at all. But you know, something that really confuses me about politics, all right, it's these people who vote for someone because they want to have a beer with them. Yeah, I'd vote for him. He looks like a guy I could have a beer with. Just by a show of applause, how many people in here would like to have a beer with George Bush? Anyone? I don't get you people. I do not. I'm sorry, I hate to say this, I hate to pick on people in the crowd, but you people are sick. George W. Bush, our president, the man who decides which constitutional rights you have left, is a recovering alcoholic. Yes. I want to have a beer with them. Let me tell you something, folks. Beer is a gateway drink. Okay? First, you got Bush over at your barbecue, and you give him a beer, and hey, everything's pretty cool. You know, he seems like a nice guy. 2 weeks later, he's drunk on cheap tequila and choking on pretzels. That's how these things work. It's a gateway drink, folks. Leads to cheap tequila. Yeah, so, you know, old Bush, I mean, he's doing a bad enough job sober. Can you imagine how bad George Bush would be if he were drunk all the time? I mean, can you imagine some of the insane shit that he would do if he were drunk all the time? For example, he might nominate his mistress to the Supreme Court. And, you know, that'd be fucked up. Or worse, you know, he might start misunderstanding what people are saying to him. They're like, you know, Bush, we got Hurricane Katrina coming to New Orleans. And he hears his favorite bartender is down in New Orleans making hurricanes. Yeah, so bad things happen, you know, or maybe he's one of those people who, when he gets drunk, he gets a little belligerent, maybe a little full of himself. George Bush, drunk, might actually start believing that God appointed him to be our president. So I'm saying y'all people are cruel. You're cruel to go and sit there and want to drink in front of a recovering alcoholic. That's just wrong. Do you know what that would be like? Let's put it in some perspective, okay? Drinking with George Bush, you know, voting for the guy because you want to have a beer with him, you cruel, heartless motherfuckers. That'd be like having a meeting with Bill Clinton and having an intern suck your cock during the meeting. That'd be like going over to Ronald Reagan's house and challenging him to a game of Simon. Oh, I'm not stopping there. That'd be like challenging FDR to a game of hacky sack. You'd be like, Franklin, come on, move that wheelchair around. It's just wrong. No, but seriously, the other day I was at the mall with my son, and he had to go pee real bad. He was doing the level 4 pee-pee dance, you know, and we put our books down and ran over to the bathroom, and he gets inside. No sooner does he start peeing than the door opens up. And this other little kid comes running in doing the level 4 pee-pee dance, and he is just about at the toilet, this other little boy, and his dad busts in and he goes, "Son, wash your hands first." And I'm like, holy crap, that's terrible. You know, because when you're like 6 years old, man, and you gotta pee, you're like running down the halls of the Poseidon, dragging Ernst Borgnine behind you, going, "Come on!" But no, this kid goes up there and he washes his hands all good, and his dad's sitting there watching him, and he goes, "Son, we wash our hands before we pee because our fingers are dirtier than our penis." And I'm like, holy shit, that guy is messed up. That guy is cruel to his kid. But then I got to thinking about it, and you know what? He's right. Because in my entire life, I have never had a woman ask to suck my fingers. Thanks, folks. Chris McGregor.